Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me today on this Wednesday, July 31st. Today, the gospel comes from Matthew chapter 13, verses 44 to 46. And I just finished listening to the Hallow app and Jeff Cavins and his reflection on this gospel, and it really made me think about, I had already thought about things, but then he even took it even further than that. So here we go. Jesus said to his disciples, "The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure buried in a field, which a person finds and hides it again, and out of joy goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant searching for fine pearls, and when he finds a pearl of great value, a great price, he goes and sells all that he has and he buys it." Short today, but pretty powerful. I got to thinking about all that I have, and I've often thought about this, that so I will just say this: I live in a historic town. I live in a historic home. I am blessed that I live in a large home. It is a great blessing to me, just because it's a oasis. It's a place that when family comes in, they have a place to come. And sometimes, here coming up pretty soon at the end of September, our house will be packed with people. And it's just the greatest joy. But I've often thought, when I look around at all the things that I have, all the stuff that I have, could I put what I really love, what I really want, what brings me the greatest joy, into a U-Haul? A small one. Just the one that you pull behind your car. And I think I can. And then that makes me sad, because then that means all that other stuff, I don't need it. Now, granted, some of it is, the furniture and the beds and all that kind of stuff, that yes, I do need that when people come to my home. But is that the stuff that truly brings me joy? It's interesting, because the things that I think about are pictures and, of course, important documents, things of my children, of my child and my grandchildren, maybe, my statues. I got to thinking about the kingdom of heaven and what we have. And Jeff made a great point today. He said that you have that pearl, and that pearl, and what I was thinking is Jesus. And a lot of times we fit him into whatever it is that we're doing, into our time, into our schedule, into our whatever, okay? And he is not necessarily the main treasure of our lives. We treasure something else. We treasure things. We treasure money. We treasure our time to do what we want to do. And that made me think again, is how do I use my time? I work for the parish. So my time, I spend a lot of hours here at the office, just because I choose to. I choose to spend an extra hour and a half just reading his word and praying. But then I have those hours at night before, after I go home, and I think about wasted time. What is it that I do that just wastes time, when I could be reading his word? I could be reading the catechism. I could be reading spiritual books. I could be growing in my faith. I don't think Jesus, in my head, my heart, I don't think that he says, I don't want you not to do those other things, but I don't want those things to be the center of your life, Mary Rose. I want to be the center of your life. And do those other things cost me my time, cost my money? I have one particular habit that does, and that habit needs to go. And I know that. I know that. I'm working on that. It's nothing but, well, I guess it's how you look at it. There's a particular, I mean, I'll be very honest, it's a game. I love to play games. For me, it is a relaxation. I don't have to think about anything else but solving this problem. It's solving problems. But, then it becomes, oh my gosh, I didn't do it today, or I didn't check in today, or, oh, hey, I gotta log on because I might lose points or whatever it is, whatever that obsession or whatever that need. He made a very good point that we have to search for our peace and our joy, and we know that our peace and our joy is Jesus. And in searching for him, we search for the kingdom. And we can find that kingdom in his word. We can find the kingdom in living Jesus, having him in our lives all the time. We can study it. We can embrace it. We can greet people as if they're Jesus. We can allow people to see Jesus in our lives. And then we need to obtain it. We search for it. We obtain it. And sometimes that comes with a price. That comes with a price of giving up those things that we want to get rid of, that we need to get rid of. And then we allow it to penetrate our lives. We give up things of lesser value for him. So there were some questions he asked, and he said, think about in your life, what am I giving my money to? What am I giving my money to? What am I giving my thoughts to? Where are my thoughts going? Do my thoughts go to Jesus? Are they centered around Jesus? Is my money centered around Jesus? Am I wasting money? I waste money. I will be honest with you. And it's one of my greatest sins. And it's something I have to work on a daily basis. What am I giving my time to? So Jesus is just not an addition. So he's not just somebody that, oh, I'm gonna add him now. I'm gonna make time for him. How about he becomes the center of it and you make time for everything else? He becomes everything else can just be an additive. But then once you make him the center of everything, you really don't care about all that other stuff. That's my goal. My goal is to, on a daily basis, to make him the center of it. All right, today, those are some questions you need to ask yourself. What am I giving my life to? What am I giving my thoughts to? What am I giving my money to and my time? Today, think about those things. Make it a goal. Make it a goal this week to not make him just an additive, but make him the center of it. And then everything else just falls into place, right? All right, today go out and give him Jesus.